Stephen, we got some questions wanting to know, who do you think, Deborah M wants to know who you think should be Joe Biden's VP?
Ooh. Well, he said it's going to be a woman, definitely. He
Right.
made that promise. There's some really great candidates out there on the Democratic side. I mean, Kamala Harris is a firecracker. Whitmer from Michigan. Of course, Elizabeth Warren is America's sweetheart. Julia Louis-Dreyfus doesn't have anything going on right now.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I mean, that's the pick.
That's it. That's a given at that point. It's a lock.
Angela C. from Oregon Facebooked and says, who is the one person you've always wanted to interview but haven't?
I've been pretty lucky.
I know you really have. I mean, my God.
I mean, at this point, you must be able to say the same thing. Between the two shows, we're talking about thousands and thousands of guests.
Right.
I'd like to interview Jesus.
You'd like to interview Jesus? I have a feeling you've gotten pretty darn close to Jesus, actually.
Well, listen, we talk off camera, but of course it's very hard to book. He's very hard to book, you know. I just want to get on.
Would you want to interview Trump?
I did once. I wouldn't want to anymore. I did once, and he was actually kind of disappointing because he played the reasonable man. You know what I mean? Right. He's always kind of in persona mode. Right. And sometimes he plays like the rallying populist, and sometimes he plays reasonable man. Like if you've met him, I assume.
Yes, many times.
Backstage, he's just like some guy you might meet at a club. You know, I mean country club, not like disco. Yeah. And he's very clubbish and he's, you know, he's kind of innocuous in a way. There's nothing particularly remarkable about him. But then he puts on a persona for a camera, and the persona he gave me when he was on the show the first time was actually very quiet and very reserved. Like he played it very safe. He wouldn't even make eye contact for most of it.
Interesting.
He played it extremely safe, and that's always boring. He's essentially boring.